Hey, this is Peachy.
I'm Ooze.
This is Sudon.
And we'd like to take a moment to thank our original launch site, Anchor.fm, who's helped to enrich this podcast in many ways. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast.
Anchor.fm offers educational tools on how to get started in social media and has not only given our show, stapled together, several platforms to choose from for your listening enjoyment, but continues to offer helpful tips and avenues for growth along the way. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use.
With an easy, hassle-free method for uploading, you can add your podcast episodes to Anchor.fm's extensive library, available for listening on several popular streaming services, letting listeners choose a favorite platform. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast.
That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what we're doing right now by reading this ad.
Go to anchor.fm/start to get started today. Hi everybody, welcome back to Staple Together for the comic book release week of July 17th, 2019. I'm Ooze.
I'm Sudon.
And I'm Peachy.
It's been so long since I've done this. It feels like forever.
It's not old hat anymore.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go straight into comic news.
Yeah.
Sudon.
It's comic news. You think I have comic news? I have grandiose news.
What is that?
Detective Pikachu has officially become the highest-grossing video game movie of all time.
Oh, wow.
It surpassed Warcraft. Pop culture news.
That's super cool.
We had talked about how it was possibly going to be the biggest weeks ago when it first came out, 2 months ago, and it passed 436 million worldwide, which is not a bad thing.
Who held the top slot before?
Warcraft.
Oh, okay, you said, okay.
Warcraft had the highest, which I didn't even know that.
Oh. Push.
I didn't even know that. It was the last one. I was thinking maybe like Assassin's Creed had done it. Or
right,
no,
yeah.
that movie was trash.
I didn't know how it, because trash movies do terrible. Transformers.
Well, no, that was just trash overall.
Huh.
It was true.
Bumblebee was good, though.
Bumblebee was pretty good. They have hope. Hope of the Blue Lantern. But no, that's all I had.
Cool. Alright. Peachy?
My big news was about Taika Waititi being brought on to helm, basically write and direct Thor 4. And this comes as news because we didn't know there was going to be another Thor movie. But he, of course, wrote and directed Thor Ragnarok, which was a huge success and a instant hit among MCU fans. So that's a good sign there. The downside of it for certain fans of the writer-director is that he was also doing work on Akira.
Yay!
Yeah, and that's being put on the back burner.
Yay! I may be negative Nancy on this one, but I'm tired of seeing anime movies being made that are coming out. I have faith in Waititi. Taika Waititi. He's did a great job with making me like Thor. Mm-hmm. He made me like a character that was unlikable. So I need him to touch Namor. So make me like that one. And what was that other one? Yeah. Anything else. Just, I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. But no, I'm like, I really don't think, Alita, I guess, was good. But that was James Cameron. James Cameron is...
I kind of want to see that one.
Very, but I'm glad he's off the Akira product because he didn't... But how solid is this? Because at the recording of this, San Diego Comic-Con is kicking off in San Diego. Big Comic-Con year besides New York and Denver. But, this was... have they announced the slot yet? Or their slate?
No release date set, from what I've seen. I'm, of course, getting my information from comic book.
They seem
.com.
They're a reliable source at times.
By an article by Charlie Ridgely, and according to him, no release date or anything has been set.
So that puts Thor 4 onto the slate that we know of, between Shang-Chi, Immortals, or Eternals, Volume 3, Black Widow, and now that one. So that we had, like, people talk about, but we have no official Phase 4 slate yet, hopefully within the next couple days.
Yeah, tomorrow is their big panel.
So by the time this is released, you'll know, and we'll be, like, either confirmed or denied, made liars or saints. But that's awesome. I mean,
I've seen a few different articles on it too, but Waititi, of course, also played the lovable character Korg in Thor Ragnarok, and fans were happy to see his return in Avengers Endgame. So hopefully, he'll be a character that carries over also into Thor 4. This will be, of course, the first character to have 4 solo movies in the MCU. So this
that's
cool.
Wild. Yeah.
That's stuff for somebody who does not matter. But Thor's pretty cool after Taika got a hold of it.
They redid that character and they did him justice because, he's a badass.
Well, they carried his design essentially through 3 movies now.
Yeah.
Because Endgame carried it on. And they kind of... A little bit of adjustment, but I have a funny feeling Taika had a bit to do with saying,
for sure.
Right.
Make him fat.
Make him fat, and Korg's there. Which I like. I'm happy that happened.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's weird, me saying that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing Thor.
Yeah. Who knew?
Not us, right? That's for sure.
What do you have, Ooze?
News. We found out that Friends is no longer going to be on Netflix.
Right.
Because it's going to the HBO Max streaming service, which will also have the DC Universe attached to it.
Cool.
A bunch of other stuff attached to it.
Cartoon Network, all that family.
ABC.
Yeah.
NBC.
I think DC Universe will with that addition to the HBO service, we'll definitely see a spike in use. Yeah. Users, because it's a streaming program you could get on almost any platform, hopefully.
Supposedly.
Yeah. So
Jim Lee did say that that's still going to be available separately if you want to. But
right.
That's cool that's going to be. Hopefully, this kind of gives them the because HBO is on PlayStation. I'm assuming it's on Xbox.
Yeah,
it's on the TV.
Yeah, it's on the TV. So if you have Comcast, at least.
Right. That's a godsend for those of us who have been wanting to watch it without having to do 60 different types of cable connections.
Right. Yeah. Which we hate connecting 60 different kinds of cables to do things.
Do you know if they're going to be eliminating the HBO Go app, or is this essentially replacing that?
I am not sure. I'm assuming that'll replace it because it already has everything attached to it. Right. But all I got from that information was the trailer that Jim Lee put on his Instagram. So,
did they put any pricing? Sorry.
No, you're good. I was wondering myself about, that they may keep HBO Go. What is this one called again?
Max.
HBO Max. What I've noticed about it is it's primarily, Warner Brother titles and Warner Brother ownership, and we own this network, and now we'll have this on there and stuff like that. So I think this will be more of a wider range of things under the Warner Brothers umbrella, where HBO Go will just focus on
their shows.
Yeah, exactly. HBO. Yeah,
that would make sense.
They're owned by AT&T now, because the reason why I know that is
that happened.
Yeah, John Oliver keeps calling him the business daddy. I got you, business daddy. Ha! He's always Josh. They're getting on AT&T and how terrible their service is. And he always like slights them, which is great. I really dig that they do that, but I'm curious if this is going to be one of those things that AT&T customers may see included within their services.
Right.
Because they had to do something once they got rid of Game of Thrones. Now they're SOL. You know, so like, let's add DC! That means, that kind of weirds me out. It's like Adult Swim, I thought, was still under Comcast's control. There's a lot of weirdness about how those rights and all that stuff works. Yeah. It's Time Warner owns certain things, and I know AT&T was trying to buy, and so was Disney was trying to buy certain sections. So it's like I'm curious on that, but that's for another day. That's yeah. Hopefully we get some price points or something eventually, because I'm disappointed in the DC Universe app to the point where I paid for a year sub, and I've probably used it maybe, I'll say a day's worth of the whole time. I mean,
I have less than that, and I pay the monthly.
But I don't know. Yeah.
I'm a moocher. I use other people's accounts for everything.
I'm hoping to hear, speaking of price points and stuff like that, well, I think they announced the Disney Plus price point, but they didn't say the exact release date. They just said August, I think, is what they said, but we haven't, nothing on news with that, no. And it's supposed to be coming really soon.
Yeah.
So, where are we at?
Yeah. I want to be able to watch Rebels and other things.
Right.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I wonder, I'm pretty sure you could sign up for the service right now and just get online or whatever, but...
To answer your wonderful question that was answered yesterday morning at 6 a.m.
Nice.
November 12th is the premiere day.
November 12th?
Oh, wait. I misread that. Damn it. I had it right here. Because it's saying that Mandalorian won't premiere until November 12th.
Right. And they're already fast at work on season 2 for that.
FX Plus
$15 million an episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney Plus will launch on November 12th.
Oh, okay.
November 12th.
Could have sworn it was August.
They're going to have a big month because they got Frozen 2, and then next month is Star Wars, so... But yeah, that's what it says here. And it's that's $70 a year. That's $10 cheaper than the DC Universe.
Yeah.
More content.
Yeah.
An entire Disney full of content. Like all of Disney.
For sure.
But yeah, that's the end of the news segment for today.
That's a severe, that is a severe undercut, sorry, for Netflix. Like, Netflix at $13 a month, and then Disney's like, oh, okay, $7. Here you go.
Yeah.
That's
less than $7.
That's crazy.
Or they have it at $7 a month.
$7 a month.
Well, if you do the yearly, then it's less than $7 a month.
Damn. Yeah.
They have Star Wars and Avengers, so they don't need to make
Right.
money from that.
Yeah. I'm super excited for the service. I'm disappointed. I could have sworn I heard of August. I was looking forward to it. I'm like, yes, it's almost here.
It's almost time.
Yeah.
We get to binge shit.
Yeah.
Shinge bit. Alright, but yeah, that's all a lot of streaming excitement in the news.
That is the end of the news for this week. Now.
Sorry.
It's okay. Sudon, what books did you have this week?
Books.
Comic book review.
Well, so I had a ton of books, because Friday I picked up probably about a good 60 of them. But this week, today, I had Transformers Ghostbusters.
How many books were in that series?
He doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
What?
How many books are in the Transformers Ghostbusters?
5.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Now it's 5.
Oh.
Last time I didn't have an answer.
I didn't, and I have one now. Because they usually do arcs of 5 on those ones. I kind of looked into it. They still haven't said.
It's an ongoing.
Right.
Ongoing temporary. So no, I for me, I started here. I go Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, #1.
Yep.
I shared that with
me,
the Ooze Maestro over here.
That me.
Writing by Matt Fraction, art by Steve Lieber.
I thought it was Lieber.
Lieber. Coloring by Nathan Fairbairn, and cover, I got the Ben Oliver cover.
I got the main cover. You think I write these things down? Hold on.
Who do you tag on the Instagram?
I don't put pictures up on Instagram because my phone sucks. Still, the main cover is Lieber and Fairbairn. I really like the art in this book. It's all classic-y in parts, and
it was fun. I had a good time with it. Although I don't like the frat boy style. I'll do what everybody tells me, Jimmy Olsen. But just because he knows Superman will save the day. But I gave that one it was a 7.5 out of 10 with the minus Jarro kicker of a 7 out of 10 total. It was fun stories. I'm curious what they're gonna go. Is that Gotham?
Yes, it was Gotham.
Gotham. It was so Gotham-y.
There was a bat signal in the sky, Sudon.
Was there a bat signal in the sky?
Yes.
Bat signal in the sky, keep on running. Batman's gonna come and get you. That happened. That's canon. See, there's a bat signal in the sky.
And it looks all Gotham-y, and the guy has a New York accent. Like, where do you think he was?
I thought he was in Gotham.
Goddamn.
Come on. They didn't mention it exactly by name. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Not my ultimately favorite book of the week. Then I also had Justice League number 28. Also shared with the Oozatron 64 over here. I don't know why. Alright, I got with further writing by James Tynion IV. Art by Javier Fernandez and Daniel Saint-Pierre, and also inking by Juan Barraran, and then coloring by Hi-Fi.
Yeah,
Still. I got the Terry Dodson.
Terry Dodson cover.
Terry and Rachel Dodson cover.
Oh, is that what that says?
There's a family, or their wife and husband duo. It's a cool book. Was this your pick of the week?
Nope. A lot happened in it, though.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk. That's 3 books in a row that we're not talking about Justice League.
Oh, wow.
Were you sad at the end?
Yeah, my favorite character.
He might be a little bit more short-winded now that
He's brain melted? Yeah.
Everything. I did like the slight kind of hint at Jarro there. Jarro,
yeah.
I like Conquest.
I like Conquest.
Or Conquer.
Yeah.
Conquer.
I prefer, when talking about inviting people's minds, I prefer Conquer.
You're not conquering anyone, Jarro.
So I added 7.5, added with the Jarro kicker, I got 8 on that one for that one. It was a fun read. It was like, I'm curious what the fuck is wrong with Lex. Like,
just in general?
Is he all white Martian about it?
I mean, yeah, that was sort of the point.
Yeah. Remember?
There were certain points where he was silver about it, though. Like, coloring was real weird. A little high.
He was shiny.
Shiny. It's because he's a baby. He just got born,
He's been a few weeks.
Yeah, he's a baby.
This week I had to catch up on a little bit of Deadpool. So I had
same.
Deadpool 14. Finishing off the little bit of War of Realms tie-in there on that one. It was fun to see the Australian lockoffs meet their counterparts. So the Daredevil meets the Daredevil.
Yeah.
That was fun. But a 6.5 downgraded to a 6. Although that's with the Jarro kicker, so I gave it a 7 minus So, but number 15, this is continued writing by Scotty Young. Finished writing, final episode.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything earlier because it was his final issue. He mentioned something. I'm like, damn, that's cool. Scotty Young's done. He really heartful message at the end of the thing.
Yep.
A lot of like slights at himself in his own writing, continuing on that from Deadpool himself, because that's what you expect. Art by Scott Hepburn, great art. Like, I continue to start like this one, and if he continues going for it, I may, but we'll see on the Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool. That's coming next.
We had contributing art and cover by Nick Klein on that one also.
Oh yeah, he did. Coloring was Nick Klein and then Ian Herring. I got the Scotty Young cover.
Yeah, which is super cool. It's an homage cover to some other book that I have somewhere. It's an Amazing Spider-Man title. That I still have to show you guys. I'll find it on the CLZ eventually.
So I gave that one after the Jarro Kicker 7.0 out of 10. It was a cool ending to the story that I was kind of going. They could have done more, but it looks like they kind of had to rush it. But I'm sure Ooze had a theory. I figured this was a whisper in the mic thing. This week's I'm picking Go-Go Power Rangers number 13 that came out last year. Transformers Ghostbusters number 2. Continued writing by Erick Burnham.
No, it wasn't Michael. It was Erick. That 70 show characters, I think I got mixed up.
Dan Shoening did the art in this one. Coloring by Luis Antonio Delgado, and Shoening and Delgado did the cover. This one was a continued story of the Transformers, Ghostbusters. Last time we saw Starscream get captured. Ghostbusters are talking with this Ectotron, which is an Ecto 1 remake.
Right.
Of course, they're not necessarily getting along very well. Because what's this dude is like, yeah, I kind of need you to release that guy you just captured. Huh. Please. I'm trying to be nice here.
Right.
I would have done this a little bit more discreetly, but I thought you guys would be a little bit more cool about this, but I guess I may be wrong. And they're like, yeah, so they end up releasing Starscream, and Starscream was about to attacks them, and of course sees the Autobot and says, "Whoa, truce!"
Yeah.
Then tells what happened to Cybertron. Really cool little spread that happened in the middle there of him, because he was the one that was thought of the Destroyer, which was himself, with conquering, of course, Cybertron. He was the Stay Puft of that time. But it was cool to see him and all that, and watch as they made some sort of deal with some entity, which turned them into corporeal or ghost form. So Megatron and the Decepticons sent Starscream out, or Starscream has alluded that he escaped this being because he enslaved the new Decepticons, ghosts, and Starscream saying, "I got a way to come and help you find people, blah blah blah." And that's where they're kind of like, yeah, and even the Autobots are like, yeah, we don't really trust Starscream. They're like, yeah, about that. And Starscream's like, whoa, I'm serious. And then this creature shows up. Starscream kind of helps them defeat it at the cost of the Transformer, or Ectotron's communicator. So he can't radio Optimus to tell him what's up, but Optimus is still going to come. Great. So that's where we kind of get left off, is Starscream has obviously got some sort of plan going on here. The mention of Gozer makes the Ghostbusters go, interesting, we're interested now, this is big because Gozer's involved. Right. We've handled that SOB at times. Yeah, so
we're not experts on that.
yeah, like, we've defeated him before, so they're like curious to see what's up, so I'm excited to see where this continues. it's been a lot of fun to see the banter between. You expect banter of one type on one side because it was written a certain way. You expect like Peter Venkman or Ray, of course. Like, I am a duly designated representative of the city-state of California. They have a branch. But you know what I mean. He does that, and it's a lot of fun. So I gave that one. It was the pick of the week for me, and 9.5, downgraded to a 9. No Jaro.
Nice.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Good cliffhanger to leave it on, too. Starscream's always been one of my favorite villains. Soundwave is my other favorite. You know, I'm freaking
Soundwave was kind of like, yeah, we can't defeat him. We should talk to this guy. So it was cool to see Soundwave, and then also some other ones kind of interact.
Nice.
Like how they are. It's like they really do pay attention to the characters, and they keep them true. And this IDW is great about that.
That's awesome. Here's that cover, by the way. It's a Scotty Young also, I believe.
Yes. That is amazing.
Wowie.
Amazing number 611.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying that is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. But yeah,
What books did you have today, Peachy, besides Spider-Man, and Spider-Man?
Right. I, of course, shared Deadpool with Sudon. Deadpool number 15. I was also very touched by Scotty Young's exit letter, and it was a great issue, actually. It was really good. I had a difficult time picking...
Your pick?
Yeah, picking my pick of the week. Deadpool, I'd give an 8.5.
Nice.
Yeah. Then I had Spider-Man Life Story number 5, taking place in the aughts, in the zeros. That one was written by, and the cover was illustrated by Chip Zdarsky, and it featured inside art by Mark Bagley.
Continued for both.
Yeah, continued for both, for sure. Superior Spider-Man I shared with everybody, but not everybody read it, right? Oh, wait, you don't get that.
I didn't get a chance to read. I would have had to read 3 books more.
Ah, right.
I read it.
Was it good?
I really liked it. I dug it. It was a good one.
I want to know what Spider-Man was doing.
Written, of course, continued writing by Christos and Gage, featuring cover and inside art by Mike Hawthorne. Great story. I gave that one an 8.5. I gave Life Story a 7. I don't know if I mentioned that. It was just me. And then my pick of the week was Punisher Annual number 1.
Did you didn't say your Daredevil stuff.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, no, I did not.
No, you said Spider-Man, or you said
Deadpool,
Spider-Man, Punisher.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't have my page scrolled up to the top. Deadpool number 8. It was a good one. Daredevil number 8. Damn it.
Because Daredevil was in Deadpool?
Yeah. I gave that an 8. Written by and cover illustrated by Chip Zdarsky, and it featured inside art by one Lalit Kumar Sharma.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good book. An 8 on that one. I gave out a lot of 8s, 8.5s this week. That's why it was difficult to choose a favorite, but Punisher Annual number 1 I also gave an 8.5, so it was between 3 different books.
Wow. What was the third 8.5? So you Daredevil, Punisher, and...
Daredevil, Punisher, and... or no, Deadpool,
Oh.
Punisher, and Superior.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Punisher was a standalone, of course being an annual, the annual number 1 for this particular run. Written by Karla, Pacheco, and featuring art by Adam Gorham. The cover was done by Dustin Weaver. This book was super cool. it took the Punisher to a different location. He wound up in space by accident. He was trying to stop a takeover. These people were trying to what's it called? Hijack a shuttle or steal a shuttle, right. And he was there to stop them. And J. Jonah Jameson was there because his son has maximum clearance and blah 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 and whatever. And he's like
still alive in this timeline.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, he said at one point, he's like, my son went to space and came back a damn werewolf. I'm like, that's great. But he's like, oh, I'm going to go look at the shuttle while you guys are busy doing... They're like, oh, you can't go in there, wait. And he's like, oh, whatever. My son's got maximum clearance. And they're like, that's not how it works.
Okay,
whatever.
Bye.
Yeah. And he goes in the shuttle, he's checking it all out, and then he's seeing people dead and knocked unconscious and stuff like that, and goes into the cockpit, and he sees a guy trying to kill the guys in there, and it turns out to be the Punisher. So the book was really good because Punisher in space, different unless you've read the
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Cosmic Ghost Rider,
which was not Punisher. So.
Yeah, no, it sucked.
It doesn't count.
But J. Jonah Jameson with the Punisher.
Yeah, that's just wild.
Yeah, it was good stuff. No, it's pretty good. There's a lot of good exchanges and a lot of good comedy written into the book, but it does feature an epilogue, which is very Punisher, and the art in that part was super, super cool. I'm not sure.
That rhymed.
I'm not sure if it was Adam Gorham or Dustin Weaver or a separate artist, but that epilogue part was very no comedy here. It's like, okay, here's J. Jonah Jameson on the air on the radio talking about, blah blah. This guy, it turned out the guy that was launching the rocket was trying to have it stolen and claim insurance or something like that, and give it to the Russians and stuff like that and whatever. And yeah. So J. Jonah Jameson's on the air on the radio talking about him. He's like, this guy's corrupt and he'll get what's coming to him and he's going to jail and blah blah blah, and it's a good thing my friend Frank isn't going to see him because things would end differently for him, and whatever. And this whole time while he's talking, Punisher's going to guy's house, breaking in and killing him. Yeah, and winds up killing him. And he, he's on the line when Jameson took off his headphones. He's like, sorry, Jonah. He's like, I did it anyway. I know you like to think that I'm a better person than that, but no, I killed him. It was a good damn story. Yeah. It was good. I don't generally read annuals. I do like the fact that they tend to be standalone stories, but I'm like, usually I'm like, I want to read the overlying story, overarching story. Yeah, but this one was really good. I really dug it. Art was pretty awesome, and especially in, like I said, in that epilogue part, they did J. Jonah Jameson and Punisher great justice in that, and it was dark and grimy and felt very closing of a Punisher book, and and it was all wrapped up nice and neat and quick in a bow. I thought it was going to be a slow read, but it was also a quick read. So
nice.
So good book all around. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. What books did you have, Ooze?
Alright, so, as previously mentioned, I had Justice League number 28, continued writing by James Tynion IV, and art by other people. Had Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, number 1, which was fun. There was a little bit too much talking for Jimmy Olsen, though, I think.
Oh, really?
There was also a lot going on.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
Jumped around.
Yeah. But it was fun. Jump around. I also had Nightwing number 62. There's new writers and artists on the Nightwing right now.
Oh, really?
And, yeah.
Improved art, or?
It was different. I did actually like it quite a bit more because the other art was sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, not very clean and can really see a whole lot of detail. But,
right.
The writer was Dan Jurgens. Artist was Ronan Cliquet. Cliquet. So many.
Click what?
And Nick Filardi was the artist, or the colorist.
I think you're full of Filardi.
I need to cough so badly, but it's okay. I'm just gonna keep talking. Continued colorist.
No dying.
Was Nick Filardi. Not my pick of the week, but good book, because, it's just things happened. The Talon showed up at the very end, and the Lex came to be like, yo, I want you to work for me and do the thing, because Justice League's happening right now.
I have a theory.
Do you? My other book was Collapser #1, also first issue, by Mikey Way, was the writer. Sean Simon was the artist. Elias that last name. And Chris Peter. It was a good book. Anxiety and stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm intrigued by the premise.
Yeah. But my pick of the week was Superior Spider-Man #9.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for it to come out for so long.
Yeah.
And it almost made me cry, honestly.
Yeah. It was good.
It was such a good book.
Yeah.
Sudon didn't read it. Peachy read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, continued writing by Christos Gage, continued art by Mike Hawthorne, all that good stuff. The cover is sort of deceiving because Norman doesn't show up until the very end.
Right.
But, with the only spider person that anyone should ever care about, which is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man.
Yeah, Norman. Oh, that's an old comic book trope or gimmick or whatever, where they're like, this person did this book, and it's like the very last page.
Literally, the last page.
It's DC in hand, so
oh yeah,
that's everything. They're like, oh, this is gonna be a good book. That was the end of the book. They showed us the end of the book.
Yeah, but it was a really, really, really good book.
It was a great issue for sure.
Yeah,
very well written.
I wanted to read it. I just didn't want to read the War of Realms. And I was like,
you should have just read this one. But I mean, it's fine. They do mention the stuff that happened in War of Realms and how Otto's saved the city multiple times now, but he doesn't feel like he's doing enough, basically, and he keeps pushing everyone away because he feels like he's not doing everything that Otto Octavius can do. And everybody's like, you're doing, thank you for saving, and key to the city, and blah, 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 and he's just like, stop it, I don't want any of this. And the chick he was trying to date is trying to like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, we can't have a relationship, leave me alone. He's just like... Yeah, pushing everyone away, and then of course Peter shows up and is like, hey, let's talk. And he's like, I don't want to talk to you. Because,
Yeah.
He's Peter Parker and he's Otto Octavius. And Peter's like, I know that you're trying to do as much as you can, and it feels like you're not doing enough. I get that every time I save the city, every single time. And you're having an existential crisis. I have at least 3 before breakfast.
Yeah.
I get what you're going through, but tell me what's wrong.
Yeah, he's like, I've been trying to appeal to you, and I'm not getting to you by being touchy-feely and tap dancing around the issue. So, what's wrong? And he's like, and he just kind of breaks down and tells him, and it's pretty cool, pretty touching. The other part, he actually does break down in another part.
Yeah.
And it's super just heart-wrenching and just like because he is becoming that a Spider-Man. He's becoming the Spider-Man, and he feels the weight of the world on his shoulder, and he feels like I'm responsible for.
It's just a building collapsing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just great. It's great writing. I love I'm loving watching Otto grow.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
Are they going to give him Gwenpool? Is that going to be his Deadpool?
No, I think that Christos Gage is doing a really good job of making a Spider-Man story that's not Peter Parker, and that's what I like about this book.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's my review.
Nice. Yeah, great book.
I still collect it. I'm still gotta read it.
Yeah.
I at one point I considered cutting it out of my list, and I'm so glad I haven't, because the very reason I started collecting it is what keeps happening every time. I'm like, oh, no, wait, no, this is awesome. This is actually really cool.
You think it's not going to be good, and then they're like, but wait.
Yeah.
just read the rest of the book.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good book.
He's talking about dice again.
You haven't read the book before. You don't understand. But yeah, pick up that book.
Yeah, for sure. Pick them all up.
Honestly.
Put them back down. Then pick them up again.
And especially with these we got a lot of high ratings on a lot of our titles this week. So, I mean, between 3 8.5s on my end, you know that they're, these books that we're reading are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
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 Alright, Sudon, what books do you have next week?
I have the books of the horror. We've got Action Comics, Amazing Spider-Man. There's a lot of Year of the Villain tie-in stuff that's coming out, so it's going to be a lot of catch-up on Batman and stuff, so I can catch up on that, catch up on Action Comics, so I can know what the heck's going on in this Leviathan event. Right. But I also got Flash number 75. I think this is going to be the conclusion.
Of the year one of the Flash.
Huh.
House of X, or 10.
House of 10, yeah.
Comes out, number 1. I will be picking that up if they do get this Scotty Young variant, but I had intended to kind of grab it, because I was kind of... That seems like it's going to be a
complete reboot.
Big event.
Well, yeah.
For the franchise, which I'm like, I think I might dive into that one.
Right.
It's only 2 titles, luckily, that they're going to be doing a month for it until probably September when they do 50 of them. There is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's probably going to be the pick of the week. But that could also be trumped by Sonic the Hedgehog. We got Sonic number 19 there. But that's all I've got next week.
Nice. I've got Amazing Spider-Man number 26, which is going to be my pick of the week.
Because it's the only book you have.
Yeah, indeed.
Congrats.
Thanks.
I have Aliens Rescue number 1. Which
that looks weird.
I'm so excited for, because aliens.
Yeah.
I know what it's about already, so that's good. Flash number 75, as mentioned before. Justice League Dark number 13, and World Untold number 11. My pick of the week will probably be Flash.
World Untold.
It's not going to be World Untold. I don't even know where to start with, reviewing that, because it's like a magazine.
Right.
It was colorful and it had pages.
It had
pages!
Because there's so many.
My finger didn't go through it, so it gets a 6 out of 5.
So, Peachy, you have a quote for us?
I do. My quote is... it's by Carl Sandburg. I had to recite a poem by him in grade school.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But the quote is, "Poetry is the opening and closing of a door, leaving those who look through to guess about what is seen during the moment." And that made me, not necessarily the poetry was relevant, but the, depending on what people see on the other side and whatever, and what people like in the books and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that kind of spoke to me.
Sure. I don't like poetry.
No?
No.
It's a lie. She loves it. If you like any kind of music.
So that's the end of this episode for this week. I'm Ooze.
I'm Sudon.
I'm Peachy. Check out our social medias.
Yeah, do that. Also, if you don't know where your local comic book store is, check out comicbookstorelocator.com. It also shows you what books come out the next week.
Sometimes.
And stuff. I don't know, because I've never used it. There's that.
Helpful hints.
Yeah, bye!
Bye!
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed this, connect with us on social media, and of course like and subscribe so you don't miss out. Music is brought to you by Kevin MacLeod. Find more of his music by visiting incompetch.com or clicking on the link in the description. If you want to listen to more, find us on anchor.fm or website unstapletogetherpod.wixsite.com and pretty much anywhere you can find